Namaste bacho, welcome back. Your exams are just around the corner, I know. So today, we're going to quickly go over a super important chapter, security aspects. Now don't you worry, it's actually very easy. And I promise by the end of this, you'll be able to tackle any question from this topic. Ready? Let's begin.
So let's start with this. This quote by Clifford Stoll. Think of it as the golden rule for our digital lives, you know? Treat your password like your toothbrush. It's such a simple idea, isn't it? You wouldn't share your toothbrush, would you? And you should change it regularly. Your password is just like that. It's your personal key to everything online. This entire chapter is just about learning how to keep that key safe. Simple. Okay, so to become a digital superhero, what's the first thing you need to do? You need to know who the villains are. And in our online world, the main villains are something called malware. So let's get to know these bad guys one by one, because once you know their tricks, fighting them becomes so much easier. All right, so what is this malware we're talking about? Well, the name itself gives you a big hint. It's just short for malicious software. It's software that is, well, malicious. Its only job is to cause trouble. Think of it like a digital mosquito, you know? It just wants to buzz around, damage your device, steal your data, basically be a nuisance. Now, the most famous bad guy in the malware family is, of course, the virus. And you know what? It works almost exactly like a real-life virus, like when you catch a cold. A cold virus needs you to sneeze to spread, right? Well, a computer virus is the same. It attaches itself to a program or a file, and it just sits there until you run that program. The moment you click on it, it's like a digital sneeze. The virus spreads. So the most important thing to remember is it needs you to do something. But then we have something a little different. The worm. Now, a worm is a bit more mischievous. Unlike a virus, it doesn't need to piggyback on another file. No. It's a standalone program, and it can copy itself and travel all on its own across a network. It's like, you know how a rumor can spread through the whole school in minutes? Nobody needs to carry a piece of paper with the rumor written on it. It just spreads by itself. That's a worm for you.
Okay, bacho. Now this is a very important slide. Pay close attention, because this difference between a virus and a worm, it's a favorite question in the exams. So let's just recap it quickly. Virus needs a host file. It needs you to click. Worm? Nope. It's independent, it's standalone, and it spreads all by itself across networks. Got it? Make sure you remember this distinction.
Next up is a really nasty one. Ransomware. The name itself says it all, right? Ransom. It's literally like a digital kidnapper. Imagine this. This software gets into your computer, and suddenly, poof, all your photos, your projects, your files, they're all locked up. You can't open them. And then you get a scary message demanding money, a ransom to get them back. The famous WannaCry attack did exactly this to lakhs of computers all over the world. It's a serious threat.
And look at this. This is what you would see on your screen. It's scary, isn't it? It literally holds your precious files hostage, demanding a payment. This image really shows you why we call it a digital kidnapper. It's a horrible feeling to see all your hard work locked away like this.
And now for the trickiest villain of them all, the Trojan. You've heard the story of the Trojan horse from history, right? How the Greeks built this giant wooden horse as a gift for the city of Troy. The Trojans happily brought it inside their city walls, but surprise, Greek soldiers were hiding inside. That's exactly how this malware works. It disguises itself as something you want, a cool game, a useful app. You download it thinking it's a gift, but secretly, it creates a backdoor, a secret entrance for hackers to come right into your computer.
All right, time for a quick exam prep question. This is another one the examiners love to ask, usually for 3 marks. So put your thinking caps on. The question is, how is a Trojan different from a virus? Don't worry, just take a second and think about it. What's the main difference? Okay, have you got an answer in your mind? Let's see. To get full marks, you need to mention these 3 key points. First is the disguise. A Trojan pretends to be something good while a virus just hides inside something. See the difference? Second, and this is crucial, is replication. A virus self-replicates. It makes copies of itself. A Trojan? It does not. And third, the action. A Trojan's main job is to create that secret backdoor for hackers. A virus, on the other hand, is all about corrupting or changing your files. Write these 3 points down and you'll get full marks for sure.
Phew. Okay, enough about all these scary villains. Let's change the mood. Now it's time to meet the heroes of our story, our digital bodyguards. These are the tools that help us stay safe online.
And our number 1 bodyguard is, of course, antivirus software.
The best way to think about it is, it's the doctor for your computer. If your computer feels sick, the antivirus is there to find the problem, give it the right medicine, and make it healthy again. It detects, prevents, and removes all that nasty malware. But remember one thing, a doctor needs the latest knowledge, right? So you must always keep your antivirus updated. Next up in our team of heroes is the Firewall. This one is super easy to understand. Just imagine there's a security guard standing at the main gate of your computer's internet connection. That's your firewall. Its job is to check everything, all the data coming in, all the data going out. If it sees anything suspicious, anything that's not on the guest list, it just blocks it. Simple as that.
Now this, bacho, is something you need to check every single time you are on the internet. Just look at the top of your browser, in the address bar. If you see HTTP and an open lock, that's not safe. Your information is not protected. But if you see HTTPS, see that extra S, and the closed lock icon, that S stands for secure. It means your connection is safe and encrypted. Especially when you are doing online banking or buying something, please always look for that S and the lock.
So, we've talked about antivirus software and firewalls, and they are fantastic bodyguards. But you know who the most powerful hero in this whole story is? It's you. Yes, you. At the end of the day, your own smart habits are the best protection against any online villain.
So, let's look at your 6 super habits for online safety. Think of these as your superpowers. 1. Use strong passwords, and different ones for different sites. 2. Keep everything updated. 3. If an email looks fishy, don't click on any links. 4. Always scan your pen drives before using them. 5. Be careful on public Wi-Fi. Maybe don't do your online banking there. And 6, this is a big one, please use free and open source software instead of pirated versions. It's safer. These simple habits, they truly make you a superhero online.
Okay, let's talk about one last, very interesting topic. The word hacker. When I say that word, what comes to your mind? Probably a bad guy in a hoodie, right? Well, it's not always like that. It might surprise you to learn that not all hackers are villains. Let's look at the 3 main types. First, you have the black hat hackers. These are the bad guys, the criminals. They're also called crackers. Then you have the white hat hackers. These are the good guys. Big companies actually pay them good money to legally hack into their systems. Why? To find the weaknesses before the bad guys do. They're also known as ethical hackers. And somewhere in the middle, you have the gray hat hackers. They might hack into a system just for the challenge, not to steal anything, but they're still doing it without permission.
So, my dear students, we've met the villains and the heroes of the online world. But the biggest lesson today is that you are your own best bodyguard. So my final question to you is, what's one smart habit you will start from today? Just one. Think about it and promise yourself you'll do it. That's all for today's revision. All the very best for your exams, Bakcho. I know you will do wonderfully.